Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This will be my very first video that I will be making. So today I'll be talking about prop firms, specifically HFT prop firms, aka high frequency prop firms. So yeah guys, I'm gonna start off the video by first telling you what these prop firms are, why I don't like them, why I don't recommend them, why you should probably think again and stay away from them, and also why they might be really unsustainable. So what is high frequency trading? High frequency trading, HFT. What does that mean? If this is your first time hearing about this, man, don't even bother trying to go deep dive about it. But at least if you're here, stick around to learn. So high frequency trading involves basically taking many executions based on the differences or tiny differences in price actually. So that could last just about a fraction of a second to maybe even a second depending on the EA you have. And I said EA because it's basically impossible for any person to trade in this type of speed, right? High frequency trading will involve taking thousands of orders, maybe just like under an hour, thousands of orders under an hour, depending on how fast your connection is, how fast basically even your computer is. So what is the relationship with prop firms and HFTs? So the relationship with prop firms and HFTs was because the challenges of prop firms became too hard to pass. It became so hard to pass for a lot of people due to, of course, the timer thing that they have, which they removed now, and it's actually becoming a lot easier to pass manually. And then also the stupid rules that they had, the trailing drawdowns, man, all these things that are just meant for you to fail. And of course, it's business.
Hey, I don't live in saying this is business. These people are not 419ers. They are money doublers. By the time they finish doubling this money, we are rich.
Shut up! Shut up, Dada! Shut!
So then were prop firms birthed. So you would start to see ads about them. You had Quantech, you had Fast Forex Funds, you had all these companies that were showing ads all over your feed, all over Facebook, showing you, man, pass a challenge using HFT. You'll be wondering, what is HFT? Right? So once you sign up, you just get an EA. You can rent one from literally the MQL5 store now. Back then you couldn't do that. You had to find the box somewhere else, man. So after you rent the bot, you basically place it onto your computer. You start to run it. So as you start to notice, this bot will start taking many executions. 100% win in the prop firm challenge phase, right? So whenever you bought this bot or prop firms with those that support HFTs, you already knew that you were gonna get a 100% guaranteed pass. Here are my certificates to show you that. So after you pass, that's when the challenge, the real challenge actually starts. So you start to trade on your own. And by the way, you cannot use the HFTs on a real account. You can only use them to pass a challenge, but you can never use them to trade on a real account. So the only way you start to trade is actually when you get funded, and then you start to trade. And then that's when the problems come. Let's say maybe you're a profitable trader that just needed to pass a challenge quickly, which was also me, right? I also just needed to get the challenge passed as fast as I could and then start trading because I didn't want to have to wait that long period of time just to, pass and all that, etc. and all these rules. I just wanted to get it over with, make a withdrawal, and that was it. So the problem then becomes now, after you have passed, it's time to withdraw. So as you can expect it didn't really go so well.
God, why now? Why do you give me this kind of thing? Yeah?
You have payout denials after payout denials. You got people losing their money. You got people just spending more and more and more and more again just to get nothing at the end. You got more people actually filing a complaint. It's been crazy. If you head over to their Trustpilot, you'll see so many bad reviews. It's incredible, right? The high cost. These prop firms were so expensive. I'm telling you, man, they used to have higher prices than even FTMO at the time. you'd look at the prices and you'll be wondering, okay, kind of makes sense, it's 100% pass rate. Who am I, right? It's 100% pass rate. This is free money, man. This is free money. So then you start to buy the accounts, and then that's when the problem again, like I said, starts. And then you pay again. Maybe the prop firm tells you, oh yeah, you've lost out. Here's a discount. You buy more again, high cost, man. So when did the shutdown of these prop firms start? The shutdown of these prop firms started probably end of last year, 2023, probably around September-ish, September, October. So 1 year ago from now is when they started. So of course it started with some really big names, my funded forex funds or something like that, funded engineer. And of course when you start to see all these prop firms start to shut down, you start to worry, man, what about this HFT prop firms? They're so easy to pass, those challenges take a little while, it's manually passed. So these HFT prop firms, and actually I would even say that that's probably where the problem also started, because now you got regulation issues with MetaTrader. There was a time MetaTrader started was being threatened to stop supporting these brokers with all these shady businesses, right? So in that fire, you caught many HFT prop firms that jumped into that. Many of the HFT prop firms went into that. You started seeing. I'm not gonna sit here and just say, oh, they didn't pay out. There wasn't a time that they didn't pay out, but there were times when they did pay out, right? Before this whole thing started, they actually they paid out traders, right? A lot of traders got paid out. I have a friend that got paid out. He got paid out probably I think I paid out 50K USD overall. He started doing it before me. So when the shutdown started happening, you started seeing all these little problems start to appear. You have problems like fast forex funds started giving me problems. Actually, they started saying that, man, they lost my data when they switched over platforms. I first noticed it, of course, when they started to switch over to CTrader from MetaTrader, right? So I was trading for a little while on CTrader. I was happy. I was like, okay, good. I love this platform. I'm making a lot of money. I grew my account. Of course, it was getting closer to the period of withdrawal. And then they started to switch platforms. They switched platforms again from CTrader to somewhere else. I'm not quite sure where it was. I'll probably put up a message of me discussing this issue with their support. In that whole process of transferring to another prop firm, another platform, my data got lost. My entire data got lost, and I'm wondering, okay, cool, my data got lost. So whose fault is that? I have my receipt. I showed everything to you guys. This is my receipt. This is, of course, proof that I had trade. This is the last trade I placed on the account. You can see all of this data there, right? So they saw this data, then they were like, unfortunately, we can only do you a discount. And the discount was for, I think, 70% off or 80% off, which is really, really unsustainable. And I'll get to that, right? So they gave me this, and then I was like, man, these guys really just lost this. These guys really just scammed me right now. They really just scammed me. They really told me that they lost my data, and that's my fault. So of course, I ran to a group that I'm in. I texted everybody. I was like, man, I just lost my account. This guy's telling me that they lost my details and they can only give me a discount. And one guy gave me a nice idea. He told me, why don't you ask the bank to reverse that payment? And I was like, what? Is that even a thing? Man, I was so happy, man. I ran over to FNB and I told them, which is my bank, I told them, man, I would like to reverse this payment. So we kind of discussed a little bit, and I have an ongoing case with them right now. So that's advice I can kind of also give you as well. If you can, if your bank is capable of it and you did sign up for these HFT prop firms, get a reversal, man. Get your money back. I'm telling you, it's not worth it hoping that these guys give you anything back. At this point, man, if you have an HFT account and you can get your payment reversed, just do it. Don't care how far away the months are, just do it. I'm still waiting for mine. Hopefully I do get approved. But they did actually approve me. They said that they understand my case and they believe that I am on the right side, right? So now what they're doing is they're actually in contact with the company's bank to discuss this in order for me to be able to get my money back. So if you can do that, guys, please don't miss that opportunity. You will not regret it. This is your money. Don't let your money go to waste like this. Don't let it go to waste. Doing it. I remember somebody even said that fast forex funds and Quantec are owned by the same person, and I could understand that. Because the platforms that they were using, website platform, going to the dashboard, all the dashboards look the same, right? Like they were programmed by the same programmer and then probably owned by the same person, because every single bit about it looked the same. The dashboard, as soon as you got into it, you could see your withdrawal request, profit share, they all have the same exact thing. Like even some of the certificates were in the same font at the time. I'm not sure if they're still in the same format. Any prop firm that gives a discount that probably like over 20% off, it's most definitely not sustainable. They're not making enough money. Any prop firm that has a business plan should not be giving out discounts. They should be staying on it. This is why I like FTMO a little bit. And of course, I'm gonna be honest, they did give a little bit of a discount for the 10K accounts, which is okay. But the reason why I like them is, of course, number one, they've been around for years, right? They've been around for years. They're very reputable. You can always find good reviews about them. People don't have bad experiences. And hey, they just removed the timer thing, so you don't have to worry about stressing over passing a challenge in a specific period of time. Now you can take your time, you can pass it really slow. And you got new prop firms that just came in, not really new, but newish, 5%ers. They're doing really good. And if you're interested in futures, you can obviously just switch over. There's Apex trading as well. So guys, discounts. Be careful when you see prop firms giving discounts. I remember all these HFT prop firms, they used to give discounts of up to 80%, 60%. They do it right now. If you go over to their website, you'll see it. Fast Forex Funds is giving a 70% discount. They're giving us 50% discount, 40% discount. Like, how do you make money like that? It's like your product is so useless that you have to give it such a discount. You can understand when there's discounts in the store. Of course, there's only bad products left. You can give a discount, but how do you make money like that? How do you go from charging people probably like $400 to charging them $200? Like, damn, how do you even make money from that? So of course, they're running out of money. They're running out of business. Soon, very soon, they'll start to shut down. I can see that there's still some new gullible people. Every time you go on Facebook, you can see in the comments, people are still interested in signing up with them. And of course, they will keep on riding it like that, but it will not last, guys. Trust me. You cannot make that sort of discount. You cannot have that sort of business plan and expect to stay around for a long time. No. Of course, it does sound really good. It does truly sound really good, right? You're getting a cheap account. You're getting a 100K account. You're passing that account in just in a day. Who wouldn't take that deal? It sounds so good, but of course, it's too good to be true. You know, that saying never gets old, man. It's just too good to be true. When something is too good, it's probably not true. So that's the case about this. If you guys are still here, thank you very much for watching. If you can, please subscribe. Maybe give a like and comment like your experience that you had with these prop firms.